Hello everyone to our first show as an interview about Chingu. Yes, we have the opportunity today to interview Mahtab, and she finished her first Chingu Voyage, is that right?
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, the first Chingu Voyage, and she has the opportunity today to explain us what her biggest challenges was, how the project worked, and how was your first level of experience. So I prepared some questions, and we will do that in an interview. Is that
yes,
okay?
Let's start, Max.
Cool,
Thank you.
perfect. So, what is Chingu?
Great question. For everyone who doesn't know what is Chingu. Chingu is basically an online platform where make it possible for the developer from all around the world to work and create projects together.
Okay, yes. sounds great. Okay, and so when I want to start in Chingu, how do I do that? How do I apply for Chingu?
Yeah, actually, you are going to the Chingu website. If you are Google just for Chingu, you are going to the website from Chingu, and there's an application, and you can just fill out the form.
Okay.
It's basically some question about your experiences, which skill level you have, your name and so on. And you just apply for that, and after a couple of weeks, maybe sooner, you will get a response from Chingu, and you will invited to the voyage.
Sounds great. All right, very good. So that means we are very quickly in our voyage, and we start there. So what I understood is that people have different tech level, right? They're coming with different experience. For example, some people are very beginners in learning, and some are more advanced. How does Chingu manage that? I mean, it's very difficult.
I think it's actually a hard question for everyone, or personally for me was also a hard question. At the beginning, as I wanted to apply for that, I just saw that there are 3 different skill levels, which in Chingu they call it tier. So we have 3 tiers, and the tier 1 are the people who have basically the skill of Java, HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. The second tier are people who are a little bit more advanced, and they can already work with framework like Angular or React or APIs. And the third level are the people who are full stack developer.
Full stack developer.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. And in which tier did you apply for your?
I applied for the first tier.
For the first tier. All right.
Yes.
So cool. All right. So how does the process of Chingu works in general?
Actually, very easy.
Okay.
Much more easier than I expected. As I said, I applied through this online form for Chingu, and after a couple of weeks, actually, I got an invitation via email from Chingu that I'm already accepted, and congratulations for this opportunity. And after that, they informed me already that I will get an email later for a pre-work session, which is also a solo project.
Okay.
And after I finish my solo project, I will get the next email and the next information for a teamwork project.
Okay, sounds great. So, what was your solo project?
Yeah, as I said, I was in tier 1.
Okay.
And the people who are in tier 1, they had a solo project to clone a website.
Okay.
So we got the website, an original website from Chingu, and we had the task to clone this website.
All right.
Yeah.
And you brought this with us, right?
Yes,
so
of course.
Can we take a look inside?
Actually, I have everything here in my GitHub.
Uh-huh.
The solo project was the Lloyd's clone.
All right.
If I'm going just to my repository.
Okay.
The Lloyd's of London Tech. Yeah, this is the solo project that they had. And yeah, I had basically just to clone this website or this page of this website, because the website is actually much more complicated here through the menu, and here the pop-up menu and everything. And everywhere which was a link, we had just to link it to the original website.
Yes, all right.
Yeah.
So all links are going back to the original website?
Yes.
So let's take a look into your project, right? So
yes. This is my clone website, actually.
Okay.
So this is, as I said, everything is just linked to the original website, just to show you how does it work.
All right.
We will come back to the Lloyds.com website.
Interesting.
And yes, was basically HTML, CSS, and a little bit JavaScript, this share button.
But it looks awesome. I mean, it's really a good clone. I mean, you wouldn't see the difference in the first place.
Yeah, I was happy with that.
So, that website is also deployed, right? It is really on a server, if I see that. So we can access that via internet, right?
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
I worked with GitHub. The version control system that I use is GitHub.
Okay.
And GitHub make it possible for you if you have a front end.
If you have a static website?
Static website, exactly. Yeah. If you have a static website, you can deploy it directly from GitHub. So if you are just going to the setting and you just should change a couple of options, and after that you can actually just through the environment go and deploy it from GitHub.
That's getting this GitHub pages. Very interesting.
Yes, exactly. And after that, basically it's just your username, GitHub, and after that the name of your project.
All right, okay. So that means we can go there and take into GitHub and see your code, right?
Yes.
That's amazing. Okay,
exactly.
Very interesting. Very good. So if you are interested, you will find the links down in the video description, of course. But we are not finished yet, right? So now you had finished your pre-working session, you gave back your solo project, and that was the opportunity the first time to come to the next step in Chingu.
Yes.
How did it work? What was the next step?
Yeah, actually, everything is managed and organized from Chingu.
Okay.
From the beginning of my solo project, they invited us in a community. So this community, this Chingu community is just great.
All right.
You communicate if you have any problem, if there's anything that you don't know, you want to learn. This community is for these reasons there.
Okay.
So, from the beginning, they invited me in a Discord channel.
All right, Discord.
Yeah, Discord is, you would say.
An instant messenger?
Yeah, I forget the others. So, in Discord, there are different channels in Discord. And one of the channels is an introduction channel.
All right.
And from the beginning, when we start our Chingu project, even if before we started with our solo project, we actually post a small introduction about ourselves.
Okay, can you show us? I mean, you have everything with us.
Yeah, of course. So this is the Discord tool.
Okay, quite interesting.
Yeah.
All right.
And here we go. This is the Discord.
Always reach for your goals. Yeah, that sounds already very promising.
Yeah, this is the Chingu Discord, and here, as you can see, we have different channels, and in your intros here, everyone posts her intros in this channel from the beginning. So it's quite exciting and interesting when you just read that different people are from different countries and different interests. So after you pass your pre-work session, Chingu create a new channel here for your team.
All right.
After they made it, they will just send you a direct message and say, here we go, you have your team. Try to contact them, try to know them better, and you have here through this channel, you have the possibility to communicate with the people that's gonna be your teammates.
All right. So you were invited into that channel. You were now together with two completely foreign people that you don't know, right? Yeah. So how did you manage to get the first contact? What was the first topic? And how did you proceed with your project? I mean, now Chingu goes into hot phase, right? You are finally in the project. So how does it work?
Exactly. In my channel, I could see who is my teammates.
Yes.
So after that, I directly went actually to our intro channel and read about these two guys who are actually now my teammates, and I could have a little bit knowledge about them. And after that, we just say hello in this channel. Hello, how are you doing? I'm Mahtab. I'm doing this and that, and try to come in a communication with other people.
Yeah.
And the first step that we did was actually to organize a meeting that we all come together and talk about the next step about our project.
All right. So you had now your team in a channel. You you introduced yourself. You were now ready to work. Hot phase of the project started. So what was the first things that you wanted to do? I mean, you had to organize everything,
Yes.
right?
Chingu provided us from the beginning a handbook. In this handbook, provided every information actually that we needed for our all 6 weeks project. At the beginning, the first thing that we did is actually we chose our project.
Yes.
We had a couple of options. You can also use your own idea or implement some new design. You are always free to choose something like that.
Okay.
But because we wanted to learn how to code, we wanted to learn about Angular and 10 new tech stack and something like that. So we stayed just with the offers that Chingu provided us. So we went with a website which we used as a project for ourselves. And after that, in Chingu, in the handbook, is mentioned that we are going to use the agile methodology.
Oh, okay.
So that means before we met each other actually in our meeting, we also informed us about agile methodology.
Okay.
And in first meeting, so that was, we planned from the beginning when gonna be our daily stand up, the 15 minutes daily stand up, when we want to do the sprint planning, when is the retrospective or the every meetings that we need.
So that sounds very like project management. But what did you use as technologies then?
We choose the Angular.
So Angular as a framework?
As Angular was as a framework, because 2 of us knows already the Angular. We were a little bit familiar with that, and our other teammates wanted actually start with Angular or React, so that we can convince him to start with Angular.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So Angular was the front-end technology that you used, right? So your version control system was still Git, I assume?
Yes, that was still Git, and the repository was provided or created from Chingu.
Oh, all right. So that was also that's very good.
Yeah.
All right. So you and your team worked 6 weeks together. So what was the result? Can we take a look?
Yes, of course. I'm going to show you again at first the original website, which is this one. And the original website has 8 sections.
All right.
And as you can see, most of the section has some animation. And I think the most challenging thing about the website and the developer of the website was the scroll functionality.
Okay.
Because as you can see, we have here the button to scroll down. We have the mouse scrolling and also here the navigation bar, which make it possible for us to scrolling. So the interaction between all 3 different components in the website was quite hard.
I can imagine that. Okay.
As next, I'm going to show you our clone website.
Okay.
And this is this one. So as I mentioned, we underestimate how hard and how time-consuming the whole project is. So we could actually do just 4 sections from 8 sections of the original website, and we develop actually also the animation that we have in each section.
Okay.
This is the scrolling with the button, as you can see. We can scroll also with our navigation bar, which doesn't work quite right at the moment.
Okay.
But the scrolling is working, the button is working, and in, I would say, 80% also the navigation bar is working.
Very good.
Yeah.
I would say you have here a very good MVP, right? So that was the challenge from Chingu, I assume. How did you deploy your website? I mean, in that case, it was a bit more complicated, right? Especially you used the framework. Everything, so.
That means that's not anymore a static website that we could just use the GitHub to deploy it. So we used, for this case, was also an option from Chingu. We use actually for our project the Heroku. Here we can see actually that if I'm going just to the environment tab, we can deploy it directly from Heroku. And as you can see here, in the link, you can see the Heroku app, and everything is deployed from Heroku.
Very good. So after 6 weeks of experience with Chingu, with the teammates that you made friends with, most likely, and after all your hard work, would you recommend to make a Chingu Voyage?
I would say that was a great experience. I mean, to work in a team, to work in an international team, and also a remote team, to learn and work together, to learn about agile methodology, to about the framework, we did lots of pair programming together. All of these things would be not possible if I would do just a solo project alone. So to have a great experience and to be part of this great community, I would recommend it definitely to everyone who is interested to get a project done. Many people can't finish a project. This is also a great opportunity for them, and I will do also a next voyage.
And I started now with mine, so let's see how it turns out.
Therefore I would say it's a great experience for everyone.
All right, so let's see. So if you have any interest in Chingu, we will have more links down in the video description. We have a link to your projects if this is fine for you.
Yes,
cool.
Of course.
So we will have also links to the GitHub repository and to the pages, so you can have a look how it is implemented. And if you have any questions, please let us know in the comments. We are more than keen to answer them all. And thanks, it was very nice with you, Mahtab.
Thank you, Max, for your time.
I hope we see you more often.
Thanks.
Have a good day. See ya.
See ya.